What's up, guys? Joe the Magic Gatherer, and I got a special treat for you guys today. A friend of mine at the gym, Nick, he went back to his mom's house and she kept everything from his childhood. So he brought me his Magic the Gathering cards that he played with back in like the early 2000s era. Super pumped to go through these. I'm super pumped to see like that old school art from like the early 2000s. As we know, art in Magic the Gathering has changed. As you can see, new stuff looks like this now in the background. And old stuff, we have, I could see from the top, white border cards, which I'm a fan of white border cards. I think they look cool. And it's kind of gotten more PC over the years. When it comes to art, they don't show like full figured women that much anymore. Things like there were pentagrams in the artwork back in the day, they took those out. So, Magic the Gathering art, which is my favorite thing about Magic the Gathering, is the art has changed a lot over the years. So we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to open these up. I'm just going to grab stacks and go through them. And yeah, we'll just enjoy some old school Magic the Gathering stuff and talk about some things coming down the line. All right, let's just grab a stack of stuff right here. So, here we go. All right, this is going to be a longer video. Obviously, it's not going to be a minute like my typical videos. Oh my god, a chroma. I love this artwork. For pacifism, this is my favorite one with a chroma on it. Very nice. So we got some Onslaught, it looks like, some 7th edition. Very cool. I mean, art just doesn't look like this anymore. It just doesn't. Bird Soldier, very nice. We're just going to take our time and enjoy this stuff. We got a lot of green. It's super cool, man. Like, I love seeing stuff like this with the old border frame. Borders don't look like this anymore. It's fantastic to just go back and soak it all in. So let's put that to the side. Now we got some basic lands. I mean, come on. Lands don't look like this anymore. God, I love old school art. It's fantastic. Giant Growth. Fantastic card. A lot of this art I haven't even seen. I have a lot of old stuff for Magic the Gathering, but, you know, with a 30,000 card unique card pool, it's hard to see every piece of art that's out there. Put those over here. I'm such a fan. Wow, Naturalize. This is so cool. I don't have a ton of Onslaught. I see there's a lot of Onslaught in here. I don't have a ton of that, so it's just cool to see these things. Wow. I keep hitting the camera. I'm so sorry. All right. Oop. We're going to do a lot of flipping, aren't we? There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I like the fact... Dream Chelsea. I don't even know this rare. I like the fact that there are parents out there that keep their kids' collections of things that they've played with over the years. This is so cool to see this. Like, Nick's mom is not the typical mom who like keeps their kids' stuff over the years. Most parents, like, they get rid of stuff like this at garage sales or they just throw it away, which like is crazy to me. But they usually don't hang on to this kind of stuff. So it's a lot of this stuff, see, like they would never, this is what I'm talking about with the artwork. Holy Strength. They would never show a woman in like a armored bikini and stuff like that. Like, this is such cool artwork. I love it. I'm a fan. So cool. I love that stuff. But yeah, most parents get rid of their kids' childhood collection. I mean, how many horror stories did we hear about Pokemon cards back in the day that like people had like Charizards and all this stuff and their parents just kind of got rid of it. Ivory Cup. And they just get rid of it, whether it's throwing it out or garage sales or whatever the case may be. It's rare that a parent holds on to this kind of stuff, but it's so awesome when they do. Swamps. Wow, that swamp is awesome. Love that art on there. Very cool. Okay, oop, trying not to miss anything. There we go. I love this. To me, this is so cool. Oh, is this Siphon Mind? Is this original Siphon Mind? That's a cool card. I love this card. I have this in Shieldred deck, but obviously not this version of it. Maybe I'll swap it out for this. I'm going to put that to the side. I like that card. Oh, our first foil. Foil 7th edition Mountain. Very cool. See, like, I don't know. 7th edition foils are so nice looking. I like that the border is foil. They do such a good job. This is such a treat, man. I told him, I was like, I don't care if there's nothing worth any value in this. What I like is just seeing this old school art, man. It's fantastic. And of course, I'm gonna have to probably just go through and just make sure that there's like nothing crazy in here. Uh, Cruel reveal. All right. Got some Rakdos going on, some black and red. Making sure I get through some of the penny sleeves are sticking together, so I'm just making sure I'm going nice and slow to make sure we go through it all. But these basics, like, I'm going to take these basics and put them in a deck. I don't know. It's just cool to have these old school lands in a deck. Nowadays that like lands are like full art. Like, do I have an example nearby? No, oh yeah, I do. I have right here. Like this is what a land looks like today. Look at the difference. There's something cool about the old school lands, man. I dig it. Now they're all flashy and full art and stuff, but like sometimes you just want to go back to simpler times. SWAT with Phage in it. Goblin Taskmaster. Slice and dice. Wow. Holy cow, man. This is so neat. What's your guys' favorite era? I'm seeing a lot of 7th edition and a lot of Onslaught in here. What's your favorite era of Magic? Oh my god, we got a foil swamp. Come on, dude. That looks so neat. I don't know, it's just nostalgic. It looks super cool. And this was back in the day when foils meant something. Like to get a foil back in the day, now everything is foiled. But this was super cool to pull like a foil. I'm gonna put foils off to the side. What's your guys' favorite era of Magic the Gathering? I don't know what mine is. People ask me all the time. They're like, what's your favorite set? What's your favorite era? I don't know. I really don't. It's such a hard question to like. I like the current era we're in now. I don't know. I enjoy the now. I don't like to like look back and just be like, oh, that's cool artwork. Oh, back in my day, no man, we're in where we are now, and I'm enjoying it. Like I'm so pumped. They just announced the Marvel decks. All right, let's grab our next stack. So stack 1 right there. This is such a treat. I love this. All right, this middle stack seems to be blue. Let's split it like that. Yeah. My favorite era of Magic the Gathering. What was I talking about? I forgot. I lost track. 7th edition. I'm gonna knock this over. Let's move this here. Yeah, I'm a fan of Marvel set that's coming out. I'm a huge Marvel fan, comic book fan. I mean, listen, we're all nerds. If you play Magic the Gathering, you probably watch the Marvel movies. Let's be honest. And I'm super pumped, super pumped for the Marvel set coming out. That's cool. Very nice. See, blue retro frame cards, like they just look cool, man. I don't know. I know that's why they brought back retro frames and all that, but the original is the original. Like they look badass. But yeah, I'm pumped for the Marvel set. I'm definitely going to be picking up multiple copies of each Secret Lair because I find the cards stunningly beautiful and I love the characters that they chose. I'm a fan. And I know people are pissed off like, oh, this is going to sell out quick. And I'm filming this before the drop has dropped on November 4th. I'm probably going to post it this weekend. Listen, man, get in line. And if you get it, great. If I get it, great. If I don't get it, it's a feel bad, but I'll definitely be buying them on the secondary market, which I know is going to be like super expensive. But I have my alert set. I will be online November 4th, ready to go and ready to purchase multiple copies of each because I'm a fan. Marvel's my IP. I didn't care for Assassin's Creed, so I just skipped that IP. That wasn't my jam. I don't know. I really think people get so bent out of shape over if an IP doesn't resonate with them, so they like have to talk shit about it and all this stuff. Wow, Rebecca Guy artwork. Holy cow, she does stunning work. Stunning work. Nameless one. Oh my god. Counterspell. Yoga Counterspell. The guy sitting in like the little yoga position. Counterspell has gotten so many reprints. I mean, it's What is it, the most reprinted card after Soul Ring? Maybe what do you think has been reprinted more, Counterspell or Soul Ring? I'm gonna say it's Counterspell. But like, dude, this artwork is so cool. So cool. It's different. It's unique. All right, let's switch the piles out. Let's move this over here. Yeah, we're gonna take our time with this. This is gonna be a lengthy video. Something out of the norm for me. All right. Okay. Islands. But yeah, man, if something is not your jam, oh, another Counterspell. If something's not your jam, just skip it. Like I don't understand why people gotta talk shit about. People are like bent out of shape that there's all these crossovers. At some point, Magic was gonna grow. At some point, they were gonna do crossovers. So just, ooh, nice foil island. You just gotta pick and choose what you like, what you don't like, and don't get so bent out of shape just because other people enjoy it. Very nice foiling. Very cool. Another Rebecca Guy artwork. Unsummon. I love this card. Very cool. Another Counterspell. I love that we're getting a bunch of these. Hell yeah. Oh, what's this? Nightmare Beast. Wormfang Manta. I don't even know this card, but look how cool the retro foiling is, man. Hell yeah. It just looks sick. It's so cool looking. Put that off to the side. Yeah, I don't know prices or stuff like that off the top of my head. Again, this is not for anything other to enjoy some nostalgic artwork and see what we get. Of course, I know like big hitters from back in the day, but like some of these just regular common and commons, I'm not going to know. Beautiful Islands. Like this. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea. This could be a great card. This could be a terrible card. I have no idea, but it's cool to see it. Glacial Wall. Walls were a big thing back in the day. Sky Diamond. All right, cool. Beast. Oh my God, are you kidding me? He has a Rhystic Study in here. Whoa, dude. Original Rhystic Study. Hell yeah. Let's take a look at this thing real quick. Dude, a staple in Commander. Card draw. Everybody knows this card. Hell, let's take it out of the sleeve. Let's look at this a little closer. That's a cool card. Very nice. Very well played. You could tell Nick played this thing. Oh my God. You know, not in too bad a shape. Not in too bad. Some played on the corners, but back in the day, they were not sleeving cards. Like, this was considered a good sleeve for your deck, was using these penny sleeves. Now, today, we double sleeve things and we put them in like Dragon Shield. Make sure your card never gets worn out like this. But this is so cool, man. This was a well-loved card. I love that this is in here. Fantastic. Yeah, look at that. Surface scratches and stuff like that. I love it. This just shows old school cards being played. This was worth just opening for this, man. What an iconic card in Magic. Fantastic with the original artwork. I love it. You know what? I'm going to take my fancy Rhystic Study out of one of my decks, and I'm going to put this version of it into my deck just like as a little nod that like it's Nick's card. Hell yeah, man. That is so cool. Very nice. Love it. Rhystic Study. Original Rhystic Study. Let's put that off to the side. That is so neat. Now Rhystic Study gets 20 different artworks and borderless treatments and fancy schmancy stuff. So it's cool to see an old one. Older one. Not super old. All right. Chronologist. That's cool. Force Spike. Unsummon. You know what? I should build a Commander deck out of all his cards here. What have we had? We had red, black, and blue. Those have been like the three main colors I've seen a lot of is red, black, and blue. I'm going to make a Commander deck out of all the cards he gave me. That is super cool. I might need to find a legendary, like a Grixis like legendary, so that way they're all legal in the deck. But I'm going to use all the basics and all the cards here to make some kind of janky deck with it. That will be sick. I'm going to call it like my Nick deck. Very cool. Foil Wizard. That is super sick. That's a great idea. I'm so glad I just thought of that. All right, so we finished pile number 2. We're going to go on to pile number 3. Okay, this one is in a box. So let's remove the plastic. That's empty. Let's move this stuff around here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a way to make these cards work in a commander deck. It's probably not gonna be the best deck with not a lot of synchronicity. Is that the word I'm looking for? Plastic sleeve. But yeah, we're gonna find a way to shoehorn all these into a deck. Wow. This is fantastical. I'm such a fan. I love seeing this old stuff. How could you not, man? It's a throwback. It's like I've seen the movie Halloween. We're coming up on Halloween coming up soon. I think I'm filming this on the 24th. Yeah, I think tomorrow's the 25th. Anyways, Halloween's coming up. I've seen the movie Halloween a million times. The original John Carpenter's Halloween a million times. I'm a fan. It's my favorite horror movie. It's an OG. I've seen it a million times, but I love watching it every single time. It still tickles me, and like it's such a goodie. And even though you've seen something like that a bajillion times, it's so good to watch again and just sit down like, oh yeah, this is great. Okay, we got a box here. Let's go through this last pile. So yeah, man, it's good to go back. It's good to go back and revisit some of this stuff. Even my other old cards, like I'll open up old boxes I have and stuff in storage and just go through these old cards. Okay, cool. This little manual, little booklets. Put those with the box over there. Wow. Oh, Ray's Dead. I love this card. Ray's Dead could go over there. I'm gonna build a Grixis deck. There's been some white and some green, but it's mainly I'm dominantly seeing blue, black, and red. So I'm gonna find a way to make a Grixis deck out of this. We're gonna have a Nick Commander deck. Very cool. Watch, it's gonna be like my best deck yet. How insane would that be? All the decks that I have like over 25 Commander decks, and this will be like the best one. That's the way life works, man. You never know what you're going to expect. God, this is so insane. I love this so much. I'm such a fan of this. I'm so glad. Like, I've talked about Magic the Gathering so much at the gym that even friends of mine just know me. Like, they'll just call me Joe the Magic Gatherer. And it's so cool because, like, you have these moments like this where, like, you talk about Magic the Gathering with friends, and then one friend just remembers, oh yeah, I used to play that game back in the day. Hey, mom, dad, do I still have my collection from back in the day? And that's how we create these moments where we get to go through some old stuff like this. I think it's so weird when people are like closeted Magic the Gathering fans where they're like, oh yeah, I play, but like they don't want to talk about it. Why not, man? You never know when you're going to have a moment like this, like just experience some old stuff like this. Older stuff. I know people are like, early 2000s is not that old. I agree. But oh, man. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. That's so cool. Man. We're going to do it. We're going to build a deck out of all these. This is so sweet. Wow. All right, we're coming to the tail end here. Yeah, man. This... You were a blue player, Nick. You were like that control blue player. I could just tell, like, looking at this. You loved your blue, man. There's a hell of a lot of blue in here. That is awesome. Stormcrow. Stormcrow at the end. The meme of memes. Stormcrow. I love it. Just for the meme, it goes over here. Hell yeah. And we end off with an octopus, giant octopus. Man. Going through your collection has been a pleasure. This was like such a joy just to open up this stuff. I love it. I love it. I think obviously like the coolest thing to me in this was like there's a Ristic Study in here. Very cool card, very playable card. Yeah. I'll either be taking this out and like I'll be taking my Ristic Study out of a deck and putting this in its place just like as a little nod to like this collection. And on top of it, I'm definitely going to be making a Grixis deck out of this. So I'm debating if I'll just put this in the Grixis deck or if I'll just put it in another deck of mine. Very cool. This was a pleasure. Seeing old foiling, seeing old art. I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this experience. It's another reason why I like to like sneak in at like garage sales and just take a quick. I'm not a big garage sale person, but I'll always like once in a while get the feeling of like, let me go take a look around. Let me see if there's like any old Pokemon, any old Magic the Gathering stuff, and just see what people have and just go and experience something like this. It's not about value. This is just a purely let's take a look at the past. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till we crack again.